Hello friends, I am CMA Akula Sridhar. I welcome you all to yet another video on SEBI Grade A exam preparation series. Today we will be covering some important questions on costing topic, which again is an important part of your technical syllabus. Friends, this technical syllabus is having 100 marks in phase 1 and it has 2/3 weightage of your phase 2 of SEBI Grade A exam. And friends, you can find the entire technical syllabus of SEBI Grade A exam chapter wise, topic wise on Finance MCQ website in MCQ question format. You can visit the website and practice the entire technical syllabus there. I have put the website link on the description box below. So let's begin and try to solve the MCQ questions along with me. Question number 1. Dash assist management by making provisions of relevant information for planning, organizing, controlling and decision making. Option A, cost accounting. Option B, management accounting. Option C, environmental accounting. Option D, financial accounting. Option E, social responsibility accounting. So friends, the correct answer is option B, management accounting. Before we move on to the next question, let's discuss the question I asked in my previous video. I asked with whom the first appeal against order of SEBI lies with. So friends, the answer is Securities Appellate Tribunal. Friends, Securities Appellate Tribunal derives its power under section 15T of the SEBI Act 1992. So let's move on to the next question. Depreciation is an example of option A, fixed cost, option B, variable cost, option C, semi-variable cost, option D, historical cost, option E, sunk cost. So friends, always remember depreciation would be an example of fixed cost. And why it is a fixed cost? Because it remains fixed and does not change with change in output. Next question, which of the following statement is incorrect regarding overheads? Option A, it includes direct and indirect cost. Option B, overheads are common cost. Option C, includes both cash and non-cash expense. Option D, includes both variable and fixed expense. Option E, all overheads are cost but all costs are not overheads. So friends, which of this statement is incorrect? So the incorrect statement would be option A, which says it includes indirect and direct cost. So friends, always remember that overheads only includes indirect cost and will not include any direct cost such as direct expenditure or direct material or direct labor expenses. Next question, dash is a type of specific order costing where articles are manufactured in predetermined lots. So option A, job costing. Option B, contract costing. Option C, batch costing. Option D, unit costing. Option E, operating costing. So friends, when it is speaking of predetermined lots, it has to be option C, batch costing. And batch represents small number of units which are passed or processed together in a manufacturing unit. So examples of batch costing would be in industries like pharmaceutical, garments, FMCG goods, etc. Next question, in process costing, cost sheet is prepared for each option A, process, option B, product, option C, profit center, option D, department, option E, none of the above. So friends, remember that process costing will be, in process costing, cost sheet would be prepared for each process. So it would be in areas where manufacturing activity includes a series of process and every process will have its own output, own scrap and own defectives. In fact, the input of one process will be an output of other. So in that case, if we have to do costing, we'll have to prepare cost sheet as per each process. So next question, with increase in physical sales volume, profit volume ratio will option A, increase, option B, decrease, option C, remains constant, option D, depends upon other factors, option E, none of the above. So friends, before answering this question, first of all we should know the formula for calculating profit volume ratio. So what is the formula for calculating profit volume ratio? It is contribution upon sales into 100, or in other words we can say that contribution is nothing but sales minus variable cost. So the formula for profit volume ratio will be sales minus variable cost upon sales into 100. So we can see from the formula that physical sales volume will not affect profit volume ratio. In other words, it will remain constant. Profit volume ratio is not dependent on increase or decrease in volume of sales. It is calculated on per unit basis or on total value basis. Next question, that dash is a form of specific order costing where job undertaken is usually larger in size and it normally takes longer than a year to complete. Option A, job costing. Option B, batch costing. Option C, unit costing. Option D, contract costing. Option E, differential costing. So friends, it's a longer period of time, so it has to be contract costing. Okay, it will be used in places like for the construction of roads, dams, bridges, highway contracts, etc. Even for construction of a tunnel or a metro project. Next question. Dash can be defined as a difference between the expected level of sale and the break-even sales. The options are option A, break-even point, option B, shutdown point, option C, point of no inventory carrying cost, option D, margin of safety, option E, none of the above. So any guesses? Yes, the correct answer is option D, margin of safety. And margin of safety is a cushion that keeps a firm above its break-even point. So friends, the question for this video would be, you will tell me the formula for calculating break-even point. Those who know the answer, please comment in the comment box below. We will discuss in our next video. Next question. Which of the following methods are used for apportioning joint costs over byproducts? Option A, net realizable value method. Option B, comparative price method. Option C, reuse based method. Option D, only B and C. And option E, all of the above. So friends, remember that all the above means option A, B and C, all of the following methods are used for apportioning joint cost over byproduct. So the correct answer will be option E. In fact, there are other methods like physical units method, average unit cost method, survey method, standard cost method. So in fact, in our website financemcq.in, we have dedicated an entire set of questions to cover only process costing. So I recommend you all to please visit financemcq.in, and that will definitely help you. Next question. Which of the following is usually a short-term budget? Option A, capital expenditure budget. Option B, research and development budget. Option C, cash budget. Option D, sales budget. And option E, none of the above. So friends, remember that we are speaking about a short-term budget. So it has to be option C, cash budget. While for other budgets like capital expenditure budget, research and development budget, sales budget, you have to have a longer time frame to be kept in mind. While cash budget is prepared either for a week or on a monthly basis based on the requirements. Friends, if you want to practice more such type of MCQ questions from your technical syllabus, I request you to kindly visit Finance MCQ website. It has entire SEBI graded technical syllabus in MCQ format. 2000 plus subject wise, topic wise MCQ questions to practice. It has explanation for correct answer wherever required. Plus 25 test series to practice from your technical syllabus. So friends, don't miss this golden opportunity and increase your selection chances significantly. Website link is given in the description box below. If you have any questions, please write in the comment box below. I will try to address them. And I will come up with new MCQ questions to practice on SEBI Grade A exam. Till then, take care and thank you for watching.